We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Just like that. Just like that.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run with Gibson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, 91.
Here's Kaepernick. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game. But they...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here comes Humphries on the return. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 14-0. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Edwards-Helaire. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, in Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year two. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
Another huge season last year for Tyreek Hill, teaming up with Patrick Mahomes. Close to 1,300 yards receiving. 15 touchdowns as well, and that was second only to Devontae Adams. We know about the big plays. Also makes the dependable chain-moving catches as well.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23.
And these two continue to work so well together. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelsey. Maybe the best quarterback and tight end in the game today. 105 catches for Kelsey last year. Second among NFL tight ends.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. The quick slant caught. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play. And
he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Latavius Murray as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Slide, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with a Washington football team on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No.
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 28. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Kaepernick. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give him a chance to go to the bench and really...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and this one is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Kaepernick. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To throw, Kaepernick. He'll look downfield for Humphreys. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Kaepernick to throw for it on fourth. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
47 is the mic.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. At Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He gets it to Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And they're going to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
He'll buy some time right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
You. Check. Lucky.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 99 yards. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A carry for Gibson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. And down to the 16-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. To throw, Kaepernick. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Washington on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll increase their lead to 28. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Right 52. And let's get this. Check 15.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And incomplete on the deep ball. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll set them back 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.